Let's begin.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, table, I didn't see you. Sorry, microphone, are you okay? Sorry, air, I am breathing too loud.
Anna, who are you talking to? And why are you apologizing to the oxygen?
I bumped into the table, Mr. B. I felt bad, so I said sorry. Then I realized I was breathing loudly, so I apologized to the room.
You apologized to a table? And the air?
Yes, it was rude of me to hit the table, and the air is very important. I don't want to offend it.
Anna, the table doesn't have feelings. The air doesn't care. And you are saying sorry way too much.
I know. It is a habit. It is a disease. I say sorry when I'm late. I say sorry when I'm early. I say sorry when it rains. I even say sorry when someone else bumps into me.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Podcast by Mr. B. Today, we have an emergency.
Is it me? Am I the emergency? Sorry.
Stop that! Today, we are talking about how to stop saying sorry.
But, Mr. B, isn't sorry a polite word? My mother taught me to be polite. She said, Anna, be a nice girl.
It is polite sometimes, but if you say it too much, you sound weak.
Weak?
Yes, you sound unsure. You sound like you are afraid of the world. You sound like you are asking for permission to exist.
That is exactly how I feel. Afraid and small, like a mouse in a room full of cats.
Well, today we are going to make you big. We are going to turn your sorries into confidence. No more mouse. Today, you are a lion.
A lion? Roar? That sounded like a kitten. Sorry.
We have a lot of work to do.
So, what do I say instead? If I don't say sorry, won't people think I am rude?
Not if you use the right phrases. I have 6 situations for you. Are you ready?
6? That is a lot. But I am ready. No more sorries.
Situation number 1. Small mistakes.
Like bumping into the table? Or spilling coffee on your shirt?
Please don't spill coffee on my shirt. But yes, or dropping a pen.
Usually I say, oh, so sorry, I'm so clumsy. Forgive me, I'm a terrible person.
That is too much drama for a pen, Anna. It makes you look unprofessional. It makes people think you made a huge mistake when it was actually tiny.
So what do I say?
Just say, oops, my bad.
Oops, my bad. That sounds cool, like a teenager or a rapper.
It is casual and confident. Or you can say, my mistake.
My mistake. Short and clear.
Exactly. You admit the mistake, but you don't cry about it. You take responsibility and you move on immediately.
Okay. Bump. Oops, my bad.
Perfect. See? The world didn't end.
Whew, I feel better already. What is situation 2?
Situation number 2, when you don't hear someone.
Oh, I hate this. Someone speaks fast and I panic. I say, sorry? Sorry? What? Sorry, my English is bad.
Stop apologizing for your English. You're learning. If you say sorry, you sound confused.
I am confused.
But you want to sound like a boss, so use pardon.
Pardon? Isn't that for the Queen of England? Do I need a fancy hat to say that?
No hat needed. It's a little formal but very powerful. Or simply, could you repeat that?
Could you repeat that? No sorry attached?
No sorry needed. You are just asking for clarification. It's a normal part of conversation. Even native speakers don't hear everything.
Okay, I won't apologize for my ears anymore.
Good. Now, situation number 3, the just trap.
The just trap? What is that?
This is a word you use to make yourself small. I just wanted to ask, I just think, I'm just checking.
I say that all the time. I just wanted to know if you want pizza.
When you say just, you are minimizing yourself. You are saying, I'm not important, don't look at me.
Ouch. That is true.
Cut the word just. Delete it.
So instead of I just wanted to ask, I say I want to ask.
Or simply, I have a question.
I have a question. That sounds strong. I have a question about pizza.
Much better. It sounds like you deserve an answer.
I always deserve an answer about pizza.
True. Now, situation number 4, interrupting.
Interrupting is rude, right? So I have to say sorry. Sorry to bother you.
Not always. Imagine we're in a meeting. You have a great idea.
I have many great ideas, mostly about lunch.
If you say sorry to bother you, you are telling me your idea is a bother. You are telling me it's annoying.
Oh, I never thought about that. I'm insulting my own idea. Poor idea.
Exactly. Instead say, excuse me, can I add something?
Excuse me, can I add something? That sounds professional.
Or just, quick question.
Quick question. I like that. It puts the focus on the question, not the interruption.
Precisely. You are taking space, not asking for permission to exist.
Wow, I feel taller already. Is it working? Do I look taller?
You look exactly the same height, but your energy is taller. Now, let's talk about situation number 5, emails.
Emails. I write sorry in emails 10 times a day. Sorry for the delay. Sorry for the attachment. Sorry for existing.
Stop it. Especially sorry for the delay.
But if I reply late, I have to apologize.
No. If you say sorry for the delay, you are highlighting your mistake. You are saying, look at me. I was late. I'm bad.
So what do I do? Ignore it?
Use the gratitude flip. Flip the apology into a thank you.
Thank you for the delay? That makes no sense.
No. Say thanks for your patience.
Thanks for your patience. Oh, that is smart.
Why is it smart?
Because I am complimenting them. I am saying you are a patient person. People like compliments.
Exactly. You turn a negative into a positive, and you don't look weak.
I'm going to change all my emails right now. Thanks for your patience, Mr. B.
You are welcome, Anna. Now, the last one. Situation number 6. Body language.
Body language? My body can say sorry?
Yes. Even if you use confident words, your body might be apologizing.
How?
You hunch your shoulders. You look down at your shoes. You make yourself small.
I do that. I try to be invisible.
If you say, my bad, but you are looking at the floor, it doesn't work.
So I need to stand up?
Stand up straight, shoulders back. Look people in the eye.
Eye contact is scary. What if they have scary eyes?
Then look at their nose. They won't know the difference.
The nose trick. Okay, shoulders back, chin up. My bad.
Whoa, I felt that. That was powerful.
I felt like Wonder Woman.
You looked like Wonder Woman, just without the invisible jet.
This is a game changer. But Mr. B, what if I make a really big mistake?
Like what?
Like, I crash your car, or I delete your YouTube channel, or I accidentally set this studio on fire.
Anna, please don't do any of those things. If you make a big mistake, then yes, say sorry.
I apologize.
Yes, I sincerely apologize. Save the apologies for the big things, like fire.
Got it. Don't waste them on the coffee spills. Save them for the arson.
Please no arson. Confidence is about balance.
I feel like a new woman. I am going to walk down the street and not apologize to the people I bump into.
Well, maybe watch where you were going. Don't be rude, just be confident.
Okay. Let's review so the listeners can be confident too.
Good idea. Listeners, repeat after us. Shoulders back, head up.
Be a boss. Be a lion.
Phrase 1, my bad.
My bad. Use this for small mistakes.
Phrase 2, Could you repeat that?
Could you repeat that? No sorry needed.
Phrase 3. Excuse me, quick question.
Excuse me, quick question. Don't use the word just.
Phrase 4. Thanks for your patience.
Thanks for your patience. Use this in emails.
And finally, phrase 5. I'd like to add something.
I'd like to add something. Interrupt with power.
Perfect. Now we have a challenge for you.
The sorry counter.
Yes, for one day, I want you to count how many times you say sorry.
I think my number is going to be 500. Yesterday, it was 1,000.
Try to get it down to 0, unless you crash a car.
Or bump a table. Actually, no. The table needs to move. The table is in my way.
That's the spirit. Write in the comments, how many times did you say sorry today?
We want to know. Be honest.
So, Anna, now that you're confident, are you ready to sound like a native speaker?
I am always ready. But native speakers use strange words.
They do. They use idioms. It's raining pats and dogs. Break a leg.
Why do we want to break legs? That sounds painful. Do I need to apologize if I break a leg?
No, it means good luck. Next episode, we're talking about 10 idioms you need to know. Stop sounding like a textbook.
Stop sounding like a textbook. I like that. I want to sound cool. I want to sound like a rap star.
It will be a fun one. Don't miss it.
Thanks for listening, everyone. See? No sorry.
You are learning fast. Have a great day.
Bye.